May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kunal. Take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Kunal Gaurav. As you can see that we are all wearing masks and maintaining social distancing because we are following all the COVID-19 safety protocols. You will have this option of giving this interview while wearing this mask or removing it. We are maintaining distance, so there's no problem as such, but I would like you to remove it to identify yourself.
Thank you,
okay. Feeling comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kunal. Tell us about yourself.
Sir, I was born and brought up in Muzaffarpur district of Bihar. I have completed my class 10th and 12th from Muzaffarpur CBSE board. Then I went for graduation from IIT BHU Varanasi in electrical engineering. Since 2014, I have been working with Power Grid. Now presently I am posted at Lakhisaraya substation of Power Grid as deputy manager and in the operation and maintenance department.
Okay, very good. Power Grid, huh?
Yes, sir.
There was a blackout sometimes back.
Yes, sir.
National level blackout.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Why did it happen? And how much responsibility lies with Power Grid?
Sir, the last blackout happened in 2012 in July. The reason for
in 2012. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So long back, or like
yes,
in
sir.
last 3-4 years have we seen a blackout?
Sir, there was a regional blackout only northeast eastern region.
Right.
The national blackout was in 2012 only.
Okay.
Sir. The reason was, sir, in grid there is a cascading system. Like there is 3 lines connected, and if parallel flows between those 1,000 in each, if one line gets out, the load on 2 will increase, which will consequently take them both out. This happened in Gwalior-Agra link. The interconnection between the...
So now what step has been taken so that such situation doesn't happen? But it happens internationally also.
Yes, sir.
Seen. Yes.
Basically, there are two components of controlling this. One is administrative control, and second is technical control and standards. Technically, we were weaker in 2012 when our frequencies in normal frequency used to be 49.8 or 7.
Now, how many dispatch centers we have?
We have 5
load dispatch centers.
Yes, sir. We have 5 regional dispatch center and we have 1 national load dispatch center.
And who coordinates this whole thing?
Sir, all the 5 regional load dispatch center and the national load dispatch center works as an organization called POSCO, Power System Operation Company.
Acha. And Power Grid, what is its main role?
So the Power Grid is CTU, Central Transmission Utility. Its main role is the planning of the transmission and maintenance and operation of the transmission system.
And I think Power Grid job is very good. So like we are surprised that why you want to come to UPPSC.
So it's a very good job, sir. It's a very challenging job also. But I have a bent toward public service, which attracts me toward UPPSC.
Power Grid, you are working already in a PSU.
Yes,
you are already doing public service.
Yes, sir.
So
as
only the place will change, and like whatever benefits you have, they will reduce.
Yes, sir.
Complexity will increase.
Yeah.
Political pressure will increase.
Yeah, on the material aspect, my salary will be reduced, but that doesn't reduce so much that will prevent me from having a good life. On the other hand, sir.
But how? Like, are you married?
No, sir.
You are not married.
Yes, sir.
So you are taking independent decision right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because like nobody will appreciate that you are reducing your salary.
Sir, I think it's more challenging job, and on being part of the public service gives me an internal satisfaction from inside.
Okay.
That
I take it you have been given UPSC also.
Yes, sir.
So that I understand. But why UPPSC? And you are from Bihar.
Yes, sir.
So even BPSC is considered like okay to some extent.
Yes, sir.
But why UPPSC?
Yeah, I have an affinity with the state of Uttar Pradesh also, because one, it is a cultural extension of Bihar. There is too much similarity with the Bihar. Second, I have spent 4 years of the golden years of my life in Uttar Pradesh.
In IIT BHU?
Yes, sir.
What was the controversy in IIT BHU? Were you there at that time?
No, sir, I wasn't there.
What was the controversy?
Sir, there was a controversy. There was two controversy. One regarding the regarding molestation and the protest by
Yes.
female girls that they were being controlled.
And the other one?
And there was other one. There a person of one particular religion was
Okay.
being.
So, what is your stand on both? If you can tell me briefly, like what is your stand? Like,
Sir, on the second question of being the teacher, it was completely not agreeable to ask anyone to teach any subject. Even the Constitution gives him the right.
okay. And in the first case?
In the first case, there is the control of timing is not only for the girls; these are also for the boys. So in case of IT, BHU, like there is differential control in all other institutes, like Institute
And
of
what was the shelter home controversy in Muzaffarpur?
There was one acute encephalitis which has taken many lives across the years.
Acha, and that happened because of lychee. But
Yes,
in
sir.
Bihar, there was also this shelter home controversy, you know?
Yes, sir, shelter home.
That happened in Muzaffarpur or some other place?
Yes, sir, it happened in Muzaffarpur.
Okay, what about that?
Sir, there was one shelter home in which children
So
orphan
ultimately, like people have been put behind bars, like investigation has been completed, or it's still going on as is the norm?
It's still going on, but that one of the person has been convicted and the process is going on because there are many.
Okay, Kunal. So,
Okay, Kunal Gaurav, your optional is geography.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us the difference between the origin of Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats.
Sir, the Eastern Ghats is one of the oldest fold mountain that is formed due to the suture of two plates. While on the other hand, the Western Ghat is due to the faulting and tilting of one of the portion of the continent.
The height of Western Ghats increases southwards.
Yes, sir.
Why?
That may be, sir, I'm not very sure, but that may be due to tilt.
Okay. Do you know anything about jet streams?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me why they move from west to east.
Sir, this is due to they move at a particular point. The permanent jet stream in particular, they move at a point that is on the boundary of two zones, like subtropical westerly jet stream moves between the subtropical and tropical.
Just the reason why west to east.
This is due to Coriolis force.
Okay. So where is the original direction of the wind and where it is deflected?
Sir, as the winds moves from equator towards the pole.
Why from equator towards pole?
Sir, at the tropics, the hot air moves up. As a consequence, on the upward of the tropic, below we have low pressure and above we have high pressure.
Perfect. Okay. Tell me something about the origin of tides.
Tides. Sir,
There are few theories.
yes, sir, there are many theories regarding the tides. Some consider it as a result of waves. Some consider
What
it,
is the most acceptable one?
sir, Newton's theory.
Newton's equilibrium theory. Okay. Tell me about it.
So Newton's theory says that the low tide and high tide are the resultant of the gravitational force of sun and
Okay.
moon.
Which is
Earth
the
and
most dominant body out of sun and moon?
Sir, moon is more dominant
Why?
because of its distance, which is much lower, and gravity is.
So you want to say that the gravitational force of moon is more important for Earth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then why Earth is not revolving around moon?
It is the moon that revolves around the sun, and as Earth revolves around the sun.
First, understand the question. You said that moon is more important for the generation of tide. Okay. And the reason you said is gravitational attraction. So that means its attraction is more on Earth.
Yes, sir.
Then why Earth is revolving around sun?
So I'm not very sure about it. I will read about
Now
it.
you should think about it. Okay. Because it is not the gravitational force, it is the tidal force, and tidal force is the differential gravity from the difference between the nearest and the farthest point, and in that case it is more for the moon. Okay. You are from Varanasi. Which are the two rivers?
So Varanasi, the main river is Ganga, and Varun and Assi mix.
Okay. Now can you tell me the difference as far as Varanasi is concerned? In this, from 2014 onwards, have you seen any kind of difference in Varanasi?
Sir, I haven't visited Varanasi.
You haven't visited Varanasi since when?
Since 2014. Sir.
Okay. Sir.
Mr. Kunal,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you are from Muzaffarpur.
Yes, sir.
Lychee of Muzaffarpur is famous, right? Nowadays, there is a concept of digital platform to sell lychee to overseas. What is that platform?
Sir, I'm not aware of it.
You are not aware of it, okay. You are also a student of geography, then you can tell which type of vegetation is lychee tree.
Sir, lychee comes under tropical deciduous trees.
Tropical deciduous.
Deciduous tree, yes, sir.
Deciduous, or it is evergreen?
Sir, it falls the leaves, but it does not completely, its leaves does not completely fall like
Then it is evergreen. Then it must be evergreen.
yes, sir, but it is only growing in the region of tropical.
In tropical region, there can be
Yes, sir.
evergreen.
Yes, sir, they can be.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Achha, one more what was the problem with lychee when many children suffer from many illness? What was the major cause?
Sir, according to a report by Lancet journal, it is stated that the reason for acute encephalitis was lychee, which drains the brain out of glucose, and the child goes under coma. This is due because there was a parallel tree found in the Caribbean region which had a similar effect.
Is there any relation between the hunger of people, hunger of that particular child? If he has eaten this with empty stomach, then it will happen.
Yes, sir. It affects more of the malnutrition children, and particularly in Muzaffarpur, where lychee is in ample quantity. Children many a time eat only lychee in their meals, and in that context, it sucks out all the glucose.
Fine, good. You have written your hobbies, Transcendental meditation.
Yes, sir.
Who introduced this?
Sir, Mahesh Yogi introduced Transcendental meditation.
In which time period? What was the time period?
Sir, it was around 60s or 70s. I am not very
1950, around 1950s.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. There is one more advanced part of this yoga, this meditation, sorry. What is that?
So I am not aware of.
TM Siddhi something?
No, sir. Sorry,
No.
sir. Not aware of.
So you are also electrical engineer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is difference between insulator and dielectrics?
So insulator is particularly used for covering a conductor. The main purpose is covering the conductor, while dielectric is a strength that an insulator has in terms of its insulation.
Dielectric stores charge.
Yes, sir. Dielectric stores charge.
And insulator blocks.
Insulator also acts as a conductor. When we say dielectric, we are talking of a property, while when we talk of insulator, it is a material.
What is capacitor? Capacitor is dielectric or insulator or nothing?
Sir, a capacitor is something that stores charge. We can have capacitor anywhere between a naked wire and earth. There is also a capacitor. Around a conductor, there is also a capacitor.
Good. If we see some plugs in household, one pin is longest and thickest. Which is that pin and why it is so?
Sir, the third pin, which is thicker and longer, usually it is for the earth or neutral. However, in most of the cases in household, the earthing is not proper, and it is mainly for giving stability to the plug.
If we remove that pin, then what can happen?
Sir, in terms of working, there will not be any problem. However, if the body of an equipment, say a heater, is attached to the earthing wire, if somebody touches it, he won't feel a current.
Okay. What is hysteresis loss?
Hysteresis loss is a loss in the electrical system due to frequency of a system. It happens in transformer and motor.
How can we prevent this?
So it can be prevented through insulation of the core winding.
Core winding.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last question. What is cogging and crawling?
So cogging and crawling refers to the sound that comes in the transformer. It is related to the frequency. The more the number of higher frequency, higher range harmonics, the more will be the cogging and crawling. Sorry, sir. It is related to motor. I'm very sorry.
Motor. Yeah, good.
Kunal, can you tell me the two deputy chief ministers of Uttar Pradesh and which portfolios they are holding?
Sir, the two deputy chief ministers of Uttar Pradesh are Sri Mahesh Sharma
Shri Mahesh Sharma.
and Sri K. Maurya ji.
Okay. Please look it up. Okay. And their portfolios?
Sir, I am not aware.
No
Sorry,
idea.
sir.
Okay. Can you tell me 5 GI tags of Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, the GI tags of Uttar Pradesh are Varanasi sari, there is Jardoi aam, chicken art,
Which arm?
Jardoji aam, mango.
Acha. Which place?
Sir, I cannot recall it. It is from the central Uttar Pradesh. Then there is chicken art from Lucknow.
Right.
Then there is Bhadoi carpet is also a GI tag. The fifth one I cannot recall, sir.
Any food items?
Sir, there is I cannot recall, sir. Sorry,
Okay.
sir.
No issues. Recently in Bihar election, there were 2 parties. One was VIP and the other was PP. What is the full form?
Sir, the full form of VIP is Vikashil Insan Party. So I am not aware of PPP. Sir.
You have never not heard of this?
Sir, I have heard of it, sir, but I haven't. I don't know, sir, the full form.
Full form. Who has launched this party?
Sir, I am not aware.
Okay,
of it, sir.
not a problem. So basically, Uttar Pradesh, it shares borders with how many other states?
Sir, Uttar Pradesh share borders with 8 states and 1 union territory.
Which is that union territory?
Delhi, sir.
Delhi. Okay. And my final question to you, Kunal, if you have to you have to make an appointment, and there are 2 individuals for that position. Okay. Now they are qualified, equally qualified in every respect. The only differentiating factor is one is male, the other is female. The job involves traveling. Okay, that is the whole situation. Now you have to select one candidate. So whom will you select and why?
Sir, based on
You cannot change any rules of the game.
Sir, based on the above criteria, I find all of them very equal. So
Both male and female?
equal, sir. So I cannot differentiate on the criteria given by you in choosing one, sir.
But you have to choose. That's you have to
Sir,
choose one, no?
Sir, if I have to take a biasness in terms of, because I don't have any criteria, I will do the positive discrimination and choose the female candidate.
Okay. And since you have talked about positive discrimination, tell me, what is your view about this reservation in promotion? It is fine that reservation is given in for educational purpose, for the first time entry in job, but why in service?
Sir,
in promotion?
According to the report that was being cited by the government, the number of people from the reserved category in the higher post is very, very low. So one of the reason could be the glass ceiling or the internal discrimination. So giving a representation at the higher level might encourage the other people and give an identity to them. This may be one of the reason for doing the
So you are
presenting.
okay with it?
Yes, sir.
You feel that is right? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll ask one more question now.
Yes, sir.
So recently this Ayodhya verdict has come.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is going to be a Ram temple in Ayodhya. Now Supreme Court said 2 things. It said the demolition was wrong, and on the other hand, it has allowed the construction of Ram temple. Now, as a person who is well aware of current affairs and what is happening around in the country, do you think that justice has been done?
Sir, in this case, in case of the religion, in case of spirituality, the things are not only on the objective basis, but the perception of
justice,
people.
what Supreme Court should do? Supreme Court should decide on objective facts or subjective perceptions?
Sir, in case of religion, as Justice Indu Malhotra was quoting in the Sabrimala case, we cannot be very objective in cases deciding.
But that was a dissenting opinion, no?
Yes,
the majority opinion was against that.
Yes, sir. But quoting her opinion, the opinion of the justice, that in case of
so finally justice was done or not?
Yes, sir. Justice has been done because both the parties had been compensated for the land. Even the act of demolition has been criticized by the greatest court of the country. That itself is a great.
Okay, Kunal, your interview is over. You can go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So Kunal, we found you to be very good. Okay, in fact, I asked you 2 extra questions because you were answering so well. Okay, तो आपका सब कुछ अच्छा है, कहीं कहीं हैंड मूवमेंट है, ठीक है, दैट यू कैन कंट्रोल इफ़ पॉसिबल, अदरवाइज यू आर स्पीकिंग वेरी वेल। अच्छा, हिंदी में क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो क्या करेंगे?
हिंदी में जवाब देंगे।
बिल्कुल ठीक है। तो बाकी सारी चीज़ें ठीक है, एक जगह महेश योगी जी का नाम आया था तो महर्षि महेश योगी या इस तरीके का चीज़ कर सकते हैं। बहुत निट पिकिंग है बट अब बताने के लिए मैं बताता हूँ। और जनरली चीज़ें बहुत ठीक हैं। जरदोजी आप एक गलत बोल गए, जरदोजी आम बना दिया आपने, वो तो चिकन कारी के साथ ही शायद कुछ है ऐसा ना।
जरदोजी काम होता है।
सर शायद मैंने उसे जर्दा आम से मिक्स कर दिया।
जरदालू तो आपके यहाँ का है।
यस सर, वो मैंने मिक्स कर दिया।
बिहार का है। तो जनरली बहुत अच्छा है। इनफैक्ट ऑन कंट्रोवर्शियल इश्यूज आल्सो यू हैंडल इट प्रिटी वेल and you looked at both sides, you went for positive discrimination which was what I was looking for, ठीक है, so you did very well and like you need to write nothing, ठीक है, everything is well said. 29th you have your interview.
Yes sir.
We expect that you should clear it. I hope mains have gone well.
हाँ सर, मेंस तो ठीक
है, तो with a very good rank you should be clearing it, ठीक है, nothing less than STM. Okay, all the very best.
Thank you very much.